But first, let's check in with the leader of the free world, who is blaming everything and everyone for his administration's many failures, including the US's energy crisis. Remember, the US was a net energy exporter under President Trump, but under Joe Biden, who in his first day in office cancelled the permit for the Keystone Pipeline, well, there's an energy crisis. Biden loves to blame external factors beyond his control for this self-inflicted mayhem. But what is happening is precisely what he said would happen during the 2020 presidential campaign. He promised to slash emissions and kill fossil fuel projects. Would there be any place for fossil fuels, including coal and fracking, in a Biden administration?
No, we would work it out. We would make sure it's eliminated. No more drilling on federal lands. No more drilling, including offshore. No ability for the oil industry to continue to drill, period. I guarantee you we're going to end fossil fuel.
What about, say, stopping fracking and stopping pipeline infrastructure and
No new fracking. We are going to get rid of fossil fuels. I've argued against any more oil drilling or gas drilling on federal lands.
No one's going to build a coal-fired plant again, and we're going to get rid of the ones we have now.
Have a transition from the oil industry, yes.
Would you be willing to sacrifice some of that growth, even knowing potentially that it could displace thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of blue-collar workers in the interest of transitioning to that greener economy?
The answer is yes.
All right, Shalom. I want to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS, and Shalom to the brothers out here pushing this truth and sincerity. And here it is, where the society gets worse and worse by the day. Every day there's something going on. Every day they interviewing this man left and right. And now they talking about getting rid of fossil fuel. And I'm gonna go into that a little bit. But I watched a video that's actually went into the same thing as this. Might even do a video on that as well, where it was talking about a permanent recession if the society goes fossil free. So we had the question, what is fossil fuel? Which a lot of people would know, but just to go into it, it says fossil fuels are used to produce energy. In the home, they are burned to produce heat. In large power stations, they are used to produce electricity. They are used to power engines and a whole bunch of other things. So, and it's also requires energy to propel our cars, power our businesses, and so on and so forth. So, just from that alone, to go fossil free, the hell, they was already cutting off any type of trading between here and Russia, which is becoming a problem here. Because as I did a video on it last week, a lot of this as they're trying to stem towards the war with Ukraine. But that is not the case. They're just using that as a front to have a reason to blame, or to just cover up guinea pig as to why this is happening. But the truth is, they're trying to collapse the society quicker and quicker. So now, not only do you have the price going up in gas, you have the price going up in everything else, including food, clothes. Prices going up even for people to even maintain living. I'm talking about even just your farmers, people just bringing stuff in and out, transporting stuff in and out of this place. That's becoming an issue. And now you're going to have the issue with fossil fuel. They're trying to get rid of that. So you're not hearing anything good. Hell, all left and right throughout the news. I haven't heard anything good going on here. A couple of years back, even last year, I was hearing some good things to pretty much keep the balance of people being comfortable here But I'm not seeing any of that. I haven't seen a single good thing that was being told about what's going on here or outside to make people feel more comfortable. That's out the window. So now he's saying that no more fossil fuel, no more drilling oil out of the ground, which is going to hurt anybody that's driving. So I'm gonna just jump straight into it with scriptures, and I'm gonna start with Ecclesiastes 12:3. It says, "In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened." So word by word, we're seeing that even more by the day, because there's something always going on. There's always something going on. And we already, ever since that whole virus hit, even though that was just a phase one or stepping stone of pretty much companies closing and some of them not opening back up, you're starting to see more businesses start to close because of all this going on. Because everything is costing too much. And it's going to get worse and worse. With everything that's going on, gas is going to be super expensive. Hell, you may not even have enough to even catch a bus to work because some of these buses might go out of business. So, and you can already see on everybody's face. You go to work, everybody's angry. Hell, every time I go to work, I see everybody angry, upset. They gotta work double shifts just to be able to make enough. How the whole new thing with, and apparently this is being skyrocketed as well. Social services is cutting people off their food stamps and not trying to give it back. And if they do, they give you less than the amount that you have now. Soon, this whole thing is going to come to a close. There's going to be less workers, people quitting their jobs. And this is what people voted for. This is what people love about this place. It's, you could do everything you want, but people don't understand that your so-called freedom came with a huge, huge price. You have all the foreigners coming over here. Some of them's trying to go back because everything is a huge, huge price. So you're hearing all of this stuff that's going on. It's about to get worse. This is Isaiah 42:22. It says, "But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey and none deliver, for a spoil and none serve restore." And our people is going to start feeling it, even though they are starting to get. And I'm seeing videos about it. A lot of our people is really angry. And you might have scoffers that might watch this video and saying, "Oh, you might be including you're including even just people outside of outside of Israel." I'm like, no. Where Esau or any of these heathens that's now having these problems are not having nowhere near the curse we're having. You still don't see us owning any businesses, not heavy like these other people out here. Our curse will still be far more worse than these heathens or Esau. But again, this is what everybody. This is the whole problem with the society, is they want to feel included with salvation, or to be saving this place, and to say that we're all in this together, when in reality we're not. This is our captivity to serve out until this place is destroyed. And these heathens can't be saved. Esau can't be saved. So if they having troubles in their own society, that's a problem. But that's proof that the Lord is showing us that these devils are slowly losing their power. The fact that they still had to speed up the process. And within, I would say about around this virus hit, but it's really starting to kick up each year. faster and faster. They had to speed up their process every time. Now, the newest thing is everybody shooting each other, shooting up schools specifically. How these kids get these guns? Where are they coming from? Everybody's upset about these gas prices, food prices, everything that's going on. And I might even rewind some of this clip just because people are starting to really see how badly this is getting, how much worse it's going to get. But then you'll notice no one's saying to get us out of this mess. People from other countries are starting to see what this place is doing, because you got to think about it. They got YouTube as well. They got news as well. They got everybody's finding information to everybody now. That's the thing with the internet. That's the biggest thing. Now other countries can see how much of a laughing stock this is. How you got other countries, other leaders making a mockery of your president. Let's go back a little bit.
No ability for the oil industry to continue to drill, period. I guarantee you we're going to end fossil fuel.
What about, say, stopping fracking and stopping pipeline infrastructure and
No new fracking. We are going to get rid of fossil fuel.
You read the guy next to him like, this guy's is fucking nuts. He don't know what the hell he's doing. And that's a lot of these people. A lot of people, news reporters, people, politics, they're saying they don't know, that this guy don't know what he's doing. Hell, they're the ones that get him in there. But he's a puppet. He's used for the higher ups, the real politics, the ones that you don't even really see. They put him in there so they can screw everything up and advance what's really going on. So we see. Actually, I'm gonna get another scripture right real quick. This is Micah 2:1, because this is for them devils that really are doing all this, the ones that's truly harming the earth, that's been truly harming us. This is Micah 2:1. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity, and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand." And that's what Esau has been doing. He's been practicing it. He's been setting up the puppets. Puppets by that, I mean your presidents, your spokesmen, and all these other people that want to be so-called leaders. It's really to harm the people, and people don't realize it. Even you low-class Edomites, it's to harm y'all as well, because guess what? You don't care about y'all. That's the only reason why these Edomites would say we're in the same boat as them. No, they didn't have to go through what we're going through right now. A job will hire Edomite before they'll hire us. A store, they don't look at anybody that's owning the store like a foreigner won't look at an Edomite like they look at us, thinking we're about to steal and all this other mess. This is what these Edomites get. This is what our people even get for siding with these bastards. And hell, I even seen a video with a nigga woman, looked like I believe she was a whole dyke, saying, if you voted for Trump, I hope your mother falls down the stairs and break everything. See, this is the mindset of our people when they want to vote and when they want to feel like they're free. Guess what? Your freedom came with a price that you can't pay. And now that you're seeing your kingdom fall, that you loved and served so much, you don't know how they act. You want to act all angry and everything, but we're us on the side. We feel it, but not as much as y'all, because we have gone out, prophesied, and told all these things that was going to happen. You people failed to realize it, and this is what you get. This is Matthew 24:6. This is the last scripture. And it says, "And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. So that was what the Lord was telling us. You got the wars, you got World War III, but then you had the war that's going on in society. Not just, I'm not talking about just riots, which is going to be a thing, but you have, hell, you even, Slagi, you have the war on life at this point. You have the war of these people. There's so many different types of wars going on. You have the economic war at this point. Because you got a war of recession. Because everybody has to try to keep up with the means of living because everything is going up too high. That in itself is a war because you got to try to play catch up. You got to try to beat the recession that you're in. So the Lord told us not to be worried about these things because it may catch us off guard or we may feel it a bit, but we're not going to have the same fear as these people. We're not going to be as troubled as these people because they're the ones who subscribe themselves. They done sold themselves into this society, but we have not. The Lord is telling us this, and we have been out there prophesying to tell His word that these things are going to happen. So yeah, we're going to feel it, but not as much as y'all people because we knew it. We saw it coming. So if you still loving this society, this is your own fault. You want to try to make this place great again, or how this place was only great when we was in chains. And our people fail to understand that. They want to forget what the past and save this place as if it wasn't already fallen before. This is just speeding up the process. This place was already on two crutches. The Lord just kicked off one, so now this place is just standing on a single crutch. But that's all I had going into that. So the Lord willing, this is the Lord edifying. With that, shalom.